10 public speaking secrets that they have not told you about. It's one of the most valuable skills you can master. Public speaking can open doors in your career, boost your influence, help you connect with the right people on a deeper level. And again, that could be doing in front of a small group, large group, even here on Zoom. Here's the problem. Most of us were never really taught how to speak. We're told stand up straight, avoid filler words, practice in front of a mirror. But did that really make you powerful or unforgettable? Those aren't taught to us in most cases, but we're going to talk about it today. Now, there's a lot we can cover when it comes to public speaking. I am going to cover the 10 strategies, and I'm going to do it in less than 10 minutes. And of course, we can get into advanced linguistics, advanced language, and anchoring, spatial anchoring, etc. on an unconscious level. But for now, let's just jump in. First, I'm going to call it the 5-5-5 rule. So this is pick 5 different faces in the audience. When I'm doing speaking, whether it's for business or whether it's ministry, I pick 5 people. I pick 5 people that are making eye contact with me. And I spend 5 seconds of eye contact with them. So I'm looking directly in their eyes when I'm making a point for 5 seconds. Then I go to a different person. And then I go around and I continue my conversation, and I'll go back about 5 minutes later and do it again. So the 5-5-5 rule, it really helps you because you're building micro connections that feel personal. And like you're speaking directly to them, and the rest of the audience recognizes that authenticity. Now, number 2 is the power pause. Silence can be more powerful than words. Are you with me? So actually making an important point, stop talking. 2-3 seconds. You need that cadence. So just stop talking. Most speakers rush from one idea to the next, but a pause feels intentional, confident, and it gives your audience a moment to really absorb what you just said. Silence will draw attention in a very noisy world. So after using statistics, bold statements, or emotional lines, pause for just a second. You'll be amazed at the impact. Now, the 3-part open, this is number 3, the 3-part open is simple. You start with a hook. That's a thought-provoking question, fact, or a bold statement. Not, hey, it's good to see you. I'm Wayne. Nice to meet you. No, start with a hook. Then share a personal story or a relevant story to create an emotional connection. So hook, then story, and then the promise. Tell the audience what they're going to get by listening. As they pay attention, what transformational insight they're going to walk away with. Now, this sets the tone, creates curiosity, and makes people eager to follow through into your journey. Number 4, the palm up. Listen, your body speaks louder than words. Open palms signals honesty and trustworthiness. Pointing can feel aggressive, confrontational. So it's real simple. When you come out with that hook, as you're speaking, then open palms. Open palms, let them see it. It's an unconscious way of saying, I'm with you, I'm being open to you, versus showing a closed fist or pointing. So the palm up principle works on an unconscious level, extremely powerful. Number 5, the 90-second reset. Even the best speakers get nervous. And the key is knowing how to reset. So if you get nervous, you misspeak, you're nervous spike, pause mid-presentation. Take 90 seconds of deep breathing. It's a quick reset. Now, can you do 90 seconds at all times if you're doing in front of a crowd? Maybe not. But then take a moment, deep breathe. Go to a presentation, go to a slide. What I have done is say, I want you to consider. And I would ask them a question. You need to have 3 or 4 questions. And I would say, look, just take a moment. You could even say, hey, turn to your neighbor and ask them this question. And you take time to de-stress, okay? So the 90-second reset. Now, the rule of 3 is very important. We've heard this over and over and over in business. 3 key points, 3 supporting stories, 3 steps in a process. Our brains are wired to recognize patterns, and 3 is the sweet spot. Feels complete, balanced, and easy to do. Politicians, pastors, TED speakers, they use this rule constantly because it works. Number 7, the 2-minute story rule. You want to set up a story quickly. You want to deliver conflict or tension and then resolve with a clear point that points back to your message. Now, here's the key. Can you keep it in a 2-minute frame? If so, you will have attention. You can elicit emotion. You can bring people into the world. But attention drifts after 2 minutes. Now, I've told stories that were 3, 4, 5 minutes and probably longer. But you must use other techniques. And I'll get into that later on another video if you're going to do more than 2 minutes. But try to keep your story about 2 minutes. Now, this is what I call the lighthouse method. This is where you choose anchor points, 3 to 4 spots around the audience, maybe the left, right, center, and rotate your eye contact between these points, like a lighthouse beam sweeping across the water. So if I'm talking, I may talk, but I may look over here, and then I'm looking here, then over here. It makes you appear grounded, intentional, and in control. It also helps everyone feel included, not just the people in the front row. Now let's talk about body posture. We talked about open palm, but a power position. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart. Keep your hands relaxed at your side. Avoid fidgeting or shifting weight consistently. Now, there are times when I will move, but if I'm moving, I want to move to another spot. And we'll get into this more on anchoring on an unconscious level. And I'm going to anchor certain emotions to certain parts of the stage. So when I'm going for a call to action or asking someone to shift a belief, I'm going to go back to that part of the stage and do it again. Further, we'll talk about this at another time. Number 10, the callback technique. One of the most engaging tools you can use is the callback. This is when you reference something you said earlier in your talk, whether it's a story, a joke, or a key point. Comedians do this a lot, and it's really powerful. So callbacks tie everything together and create a satisfying narrative thread. The audience love when things click back into place. So I would really go study some stand-up comedians on how they'll do that. They'll make a joke, they'll make a reference, and then they bring it back. But it shows preparation, it keeps people attentive, it makes your message feel more polished. Okay, so public speaking isn't about perfection. Get this, it's about connection. So these 10 strategies aren't gimmicks, they're practical tools to help you communicate deeper, more clear, and leave a lasting impression. So the next time you speak, just try 1 or 2 of these. Just take 1 or 2. So go back and watch this video again. You'll notice the difference, not just in how you feel, but how your audience responds. So let me ask you, which one of these 10 are you going to apply? Let me know, share in comments, and share this video with someone that does some public speaking. Maybe it'll help them as well. This is Wayne Sutton. I look forward to seeing you next time.